In front of others, he was just a janitor sweeping trash. But the moment the field was empty, he couldn't hold back his golden right foot. With one kick, the ball curved perfectly through the air, hitting the goalpost 100 meters away. And that exact moment was caught on camera. No one could believe someone had skills like that. Even top players couldn't pull it off. Someone said if they could find that person, he could save the women's team. But no one knew the janitor was actually the world-famous soccer king from 10 years ago. Back then, he died in a car crash during a race. But somehow the next moment, his soul landed in the body of a janitor. Now, the women's team had just lost their only striker to another club. The rest of the players were ready to quit. To keep the team together, the woman dropped to her knees, begging them to stay. Left with no choice, they agreed to play one last match. But they were still missing a striker, and with the match just days away, there was no time to find one. Right then, the janitor stepped forward. Everyone laughed, thinking he was just a cleaner. Even the woman told them to ignore him. Then, they all walked away. The next day, they watched the footage and were stunned. The woman immediately asked who had made that shot, but no one could say, since the camera only captured the ball mid-flight. Someone then pointed out it looked like the legendary soccer king's signature move, but they were confused, because that player supposedly died in a crash 10 years ago, and no one had been able to repeat his move since. They figured maybe a new pro had shown up. But then the janitor spoke up, saying he was the one who made the shot. Everyone scoffed at him. To prove himself, he said he'd show them again. While others were still doubtful, the woman suddenly decided to believe in him. She said she'd give him a chance. But just as he got ready, his shoe sole ripped apart. The crowd burst into laughter. Seeing this, the janitor asked the woman for one more shot, but she kicked him off the field. Right at that moment, the woman's grandfather stormed in with a group of men. He scolded her for running the legendary team into the ground. He demanded she hand over control of the team, but she said it was the only thing her father left her, and no one could take it away. To force her to give it up, her uncle challenged her. If anyone on her team could beat his team, he'd back down. Without hesitation, she accepted. But the uncle had come prepared. He brought in a world top 10 player. Since their main striker had left, the woman could only send out her second best. The match began. They started with a penalty shootout under international rules. Their opponent's goalie arrogantly said he'd even let them score the first one. Angered by his arrogance, the woman's player charged up, sending a spinning shot straight to the net. The goalie didn't even move, and the ball went in. People thought maybe he didn't react in time, but in truth, he let it in on purpose. Then came the second kick. This time, it was instantly blocked. Then the team switched sides. Their opponent used a special technique. The ball shot toward the goal at 500 miles per hour. Though the woman's goalie caught it, he was blown backward, out of the frame. He was completely knocked out. The woman's team was about to lose. Just then, the janitor slowly stepped onto the field. Her uncle laughed at him, but the janitor didn't respond. He just asked the woman for a good pair of shoes. Then, full of